It's certainly a stable aircraft when well trimmed. That in most respects, it's a very conventional aircraft to fly with no ill habits throughout its entire range, from a stall speed with the flaps down of around 60 knots right up to its top speed of 265 knots indicated. Throughout the full range, it flies very conventionally with no nasty tricks. Crosswind landings aren't a consideration in this aircraft compared to some of the other airplanes. We have the tailwheel airplanes, which are a bit trickier in those conditions. The Mitchell can handle a crosswind better than any other airplane in the museum, I'd say. Yeah, for many of the classic airplanes, crosswinds pose a challenge. A lot of the tailwheel airplanes, or the classic airplanes that don't have steering controls on the ground, can get out of hand relatively easily, but that's rarely a consideration with the Mitchell. 20 knots plus crosswinds are quite readily handled by the Mitchell. There's no nose wheel steering on the Mitchell. The nose wheel is free to caster, so directional control is maintained through differential throttle, rudder inputs, and if necessary brake. In close-in maneuvering, one obviously has to use brake to move the airplane, but on long runs it's best to keep the brakes cool and just taxi using differential power and rudder inputs. The brakes on the Mitchell are a bit tricky. They're hydraulically powered, and there's a big deadband before they catch. So that is part of the learning curve on the Mitchell, is both on landings and in taxiing, maneuvering the aircraft using the brakes, which seem to either be full on or full off.